26, I'm left heading 100, that's including localizer on a 306. Aviator 26, turning left heading 100, that's including localizer on a 306.
Yeah, left at 10 with a localizer, left at 30.
Set takeoff thrust 94.3. We want to rotate. There's a lot of runner. And gear up. Gear up. Go into the brakes. And we will for sure make That might be our last ever landing in 2020. I don't know of any airplanes that ever use 2024 than the 700.
Southwest 1250 parking.
We're entering the ramp up being Bravo 4. Southwest. What's up? Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. We're back at it again. We've got our last day here, day 4 of 4. It's going to be a wonderful day here. As always, we have all of the goodies that we're always got. We have music, we've got our sim, we've got a control cam. We can see the controls here. We also have our iPad. See the iPad, see everything that I'm looking at the same time. So we have our iPad, and we've got all sorts of goodies as well, including love cars. That's going to be our ACARS program that we use to compute all of our takeoff and landing data and tracks our flight for us. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're heading over to St. Louis, and then we're heading over to Las Vegas. It's going to be a great day. Really looking forward to it. If you can find me on Volanta, please go ahead and drop a follow. Always like to see where everybody's going. We're an 8659 Delta. We're in a 737-800 tonight. We're going to go ahead and really quickly get this airplane turned around. We're supposed to leave in about 5 minutes. We're obviously not going to make that. But we're going to go ahead and turn this airplane around as fast as we can and get this thing ready to go and head over to St. Louis. It's going to be an interesting day in St. Louis. Last I checked, it was low IFR, overcast 400 feet. So should be nothing short of fun. There's our flight info, and let's go ahead and get started. So I'm by myself. FS2 crew just isn't working right now. Not a big deal. So I have to do everything myself, so we're just going to go ahead and start the flow. We just got into the airplane here. So we're going to get up top to the overhead and start getting this going. We're going to go check leading edge slats. That's good. Let's go get the IRS on. Very good. We'll do a lights test. Make sure everything is kosher. It is. We're going to drop into the FMS here real quick and make sure our airplane is loaded up with the correct options, because Southwest has different options for different 800s. So we're in 8659, so that's going to fall under this category here. A couple of things there. We should be in heading select there. That's good. Displays. That's good. Failures, make sure that we're not walking in airplane with any MELs, and we are not. Perfect. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Looking back to our overhead. We'll start the flow here. So we got a number on the IRS. We can go ahead and start the yaw damper, turn that baby on. We should have a fuel truck here, and it is here. We're going to make a final fuel number. Minimum takeoff is 15.8. 16.2 is what we're taking. We have an ATOG of 52.4. So we have a takeoff weight of 49, basically 150. So we got about 2,000 pounds to play with. I'll end up taking 17,000 on the gas just because I have the room for it, and especially with the weather in St. Louis not looking all that great, we're going to go ahead and take extra if we can. We'll go ahead and turn the fuel pumps on since we started fueling. We'll go up top, get the window heat on, do a probe heat test. All the lights go out good. Let's go ahead and set A's off, B's on, test the cockpit voice recorder, and we have it should be a green light. Let's see, we're going up to we're only going up to 280. We've got a full boat today, 175 people. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and begin boarding. Landing in St. Louis is going to be 600. That's good. Let's go ahead and do a lights test. We're going to turn on all of the lights. We check, make sure MOBO flight is running in the background. It is. Yep, it is. Let's run outside real quick. Let's make sure all the lights work. Yep, all the lights work. I can see the strobes, they're working, so we're in good shape there. Excellent.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Perfect.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
All right, so we've done a fire test here. We're going ahead and detuning the ILSs here, making sure our radios are good, and they are here. We don't have a transponder quite yet. That's good there. Everything is happy here. Let's go ahead and do a oxygen test. Very good, and that's good. Are we boarding? We are. Cool. So that's what we want. Let's jump into the FMS here and get all that started. So we're 737-800 with split scimitar winglets. That works. ARAC 2602 is checked. We're here in Nashville. We'll take our GPS left position, and we are going over to St. Louis. Let's go ahead. I'll set that payload real quick and select the route. That's going to go ahead and request the route for me. To that message. We know about that. That's not a big deal. All right, let's go ahead and load the route. That's looking good. We're Nashville, St. Louis, Southwest 2573. All right, we'll go ahead and activate. We're not going to execute it quite yet here. Nashville, St. Louis, Southwest 2573, that works. We're going to be off of, let's see what the weather's like in Nashville. I have no idea what they're doing. Winds are 200, so we're going to be off runway 20 center. Departing. Runway 20 center, we're going to be out on the pardon for departure to Hodges. direct to Visqua, and then it's going to be the Boosh 3 into St. Louis. We are St. Louis. Let's see. 260 at 4. They're landing runway 30 right. And that'll work. So we're going to take runway 30 right. Boosh 3 to Visqua. And we'll take Trish. That will work. I know that. I just know that works off the top of my head. Pardon 4 to Hodges, direct to Visqua, and the Boosh 3. That checks with what we have. We'll go ahead and execute that. Perf in it. We have an alternate of, our alternate is actually back here to Nashville. So 67071, so 7.2 conservatively in the reserves. It's going to be a cost index of 15. Because we have a full boat of people and a bunch of gas to come back all the way to Nashville from St. Louis, we're only going up to flight level 280 today. Winds are 250 at 42. And we have an outside air temperature ISA deviation of +4, so that's going to be -36. That is all set. We are finishing up the fueling. We've got everything loaded in there. I'm going to go ahead and transcribe the ATIS for Nashville on my piece of paper here real quick. The ATIS for Nashville currently is information Yankee at 2253 Zulu. Winds are 200 at 12, 10 miles. Scattered 5,000, broken 20,000. Temperature 24, dew point 13. Altimeter is 3010. Let's go ahead and at least set that. We'll set that here on the standby. All right, 3010 is set in the standby there. Getting auto brake disarm light. Not sure why I'm getting that. We have brake pressure. Let's try that again. All right, there we go. That's better. And everything is loaded. We are boarding. Say hello to everybody as they board here. All right, we're going to go ahead and grab our clearance here. I'm going to get clearance. I'm going to have my FO do it. I am just going to purely listen in.
Southwest 2573, looking to pick up our clearance to Lambert St. Louis Airport.
Southwest 2573, Nashville clearance cleared to Lambert St. Louis Airport. Pardon for departure, Hodges transition, then is filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 5,000 feet. Departure frequency 118.4, squawk 5311.
Cleared to Lambert St. Louis Airport. Pardon for departure, Hodges transition, then is filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 5,000 feet. Departure frequency 118.4.
Planned.
Squawk 5311. Southwest 2573.
Planned with 16.2.
Southwest
Min takeoff is 15.8.
Contact ground 121.9er when ready for pushback or engine start.
Arrival fuel in the St. Louis is 9.6. We'll call it 9.7.
When ready for pushback or engine start.
2320.
2573. Have a good one. Thanks.
And arrival at 0045. And let's see what gates we're going to. Nashville, St. Louis. We're flight 2573. All right, we're out of. This thing lied. It originally told me Delta 9, but I guess it's Delta 4, so I loaded in at the wrong gate. That's nice. Oh, this is yesterday. Oh, stupid app. Delta 9. Echo 10. St. Louis, we should have 17 on the gas, and it looks like we do. We do. We can go ahead and release the fuel truck. Seatbelt sign on. Excellent. All right, we'll take a look here real quick. Get ready for the brief here. We actually have to run the numbers here, so let's go ahead and pull up Love Cars. We're taking 17 on the gas. And then our departure on the Pardon, 3 departure off 20 center. Is a minimum climb of 500 to 1300. Two zero center, 6 dry, all that is good. 17. Let's go ahead and request the takeoff data. Cleared to 5,000 initially. There's our numbers. We got 5 on the trim. And 1599 is the minimum cleanup altitude. We'll go ahead and plug that in. All right, that's set. And we're up to 5,000. All that's looking good. If we do have an engine issue, it's going to be a right turn to 220. And runway heading is going to be, I think, 201. Yep. .201 to 5,000, right turn 220 is set on the right course to remind us which way we're going if we have an engine issue. All right, and we're 2573. I'll be back in 2 minutes, and then we'll dispatch everything. We'll talk about everything and get this airplane out of here. Get pretty close to finishing up boarding. We're going to go ahead and start the APU, so we can go ahead and get that going. All right, boarding is complete. We'll go ahead and refit really quick. Okay, I'm going to be the pilot flying. You're going to be the pilot monitoring. We have an alternate. Our alternate is here in Nashville. We are above our maximum landing weight. We'll have to burn off about 3,700 pounds of fuel before we can make a return here. If we do need to make an immediate return, we can just go ahead and run the overweight landing procedures and get back in here right away. It's not a special airport. We have no MELs. NOTAMs for Nashville. We glanced over it before. 1331 is closed. That's about it. That's really it. Nothing else affects us here. No MELs for airplanes. No MEL for our plane. There's no adverse weather in the area. Taxi routing over to runway 20 center. We'll push back. It'll be Yankee Tango 4 to Sierra 7 crossing 31. No hotspots other than hotspot 2. Hotspot 2 is for taxiway Sierra. Make sure we're turning on to runway 20 center and not turning on to Sierra and trying to take off from the taxiway. The lowest taxi route to runway is dry winds 12 knots on the nose, 1 knot off the left. Prior to 80 knots, we'll stop for master caution or non-normal indication. After 80 knots and up into V1, we'll only stop for an engine fire or failure. Predicted wind shear warning, or if the aircraft is unable or unsafe to fly. After V1, we'll make a normal takeoff, climb out at V2 plus 20, accelerate at 1599, clean up the airplane and go from there. We're cleared to St. Louis. As filed, we'll climb via the SID to 5,000 is set. Departures 18-4, squawk in 5311 is set. We're in Nashville to St. Louis, Southwest 2573 off 20 center. Pardon 42 Hodges. Direct to Visquan, the Boosh 3. Pardon 4 off 20 center. It's going to be a 201 heading to intercept the 254 to Bubby, and then it's going to be Memi between 5 and 7. Caloetter above 10. Pardon Hodges. We're going to be on LNAV and VNAV on the departure. We are not going to be doing heads-up takeoff. The minimum required to climb gradient is a minimum climb of 500 feet per nautical mile. That's 1,300 feet. Engine failure is a right turn heading 220, and the transition altitude is 18,000 feet. Any questions? All right, the briefs are complete. Hey, Captain Quality, what's going on, man? We're getting ready to go here in just a couple of minutes. My partner's in Rome right now, so we're just, I'm hearing about the day really quick. So we'll be on our way here in just a couple of minutes. Sit back, and we'll be out of here in just a few minutes. All right, I apologize for the delay, guys. We are here. We briefed it up already. We just got to run the checklists and get out of here. So we're here in Nashville. We're heading over to St. Louis and then over to Las Vegas. I'm going to get my seat in position. We'll do the checklists, and we're going to get out of here. Oh, man, San Diego to Oakland, or Oakland to San Diego, rather. I've flown that a number of times, for sure, in the sim in my day. So, all right, let's go ahead and do the checklist. All right, before start, originating checklist. Logbook is aboard, landing gear bins 3 aboard. Fire warning and overheat checked. Start levers cut off. Stab trim cutout switch is normal. Lights test checked. FMC programmed. Briefings complete. Oxymasks and quantity. Check. DC's on. Navigation switch is normal. Display switch is auto and normal. Fuel is going to be 17.0. Clue at 16.2. Center pumps off. Passenger signs on. Window heat on. Hydraulic pumps is off. B's on. Pressurization set auto. Flight instruments are 3010 set. Auto brakes RTO. Takeoff. Warning horn checked. Parking brake is set. Transponder. TARA. Aileron and rudder trim is center before, so checks complete. All right, we got a zero field of 34.3, and that is checked. Let's go ahead and plug in everything else and get out of here. So we got our final numbers here. We got 34.3, 51.3 in the takeoff weight checks. N1s, it'll be 46 over 24. Climb 2, flap 5. 94.4, I've got 94.5 here, that checks. And it's going to be 41, 44, 49. So 41, 44, 49. We're going to be on LNAV and VNAV on the departure. Perfect. Let's go ahead and shut the cockpit door, and we're going to get out of here. Let's go and throw the beacon light on. Let's tell GSX to push us back. Yeah, the 777s. I love the 777. It's real fun. It's going from a 737 to a 777, though. I always feel like I'm doing something wrong, because there's so few things to actually, there's so few buttons to push. I'm used to having to do everything myself. All right, let's go ahead and arm all the doors. We can go ahead and release the ground power, arm all the doors. Please close. Oh, Jesus, God. All right, we're going to quick edit push on map, and we're pushing back. We're going to go push on to Yankee. So it's going to be, I know you guys can't really see it, but it's going to look something, you'll see what it looks like here. All right, all the doors are armed. Let's go ahead and pull the chocks. All that stuff is gone.
Release parking brakes, please.
Perfect. All right, before push checklist, zero fuel weight of 134.3, set takeoff weight 151.5 is cross-checked. PWB remarks reviewed, N1's 46 over 24, reduced set, runway 20 center, set flaps, PWB 5, CDU 5, speeds 41, 44, 49, set stab trim is 5.0, set to minimum clean altitude 1599, set flight deck door, lights up. Before push checks are complete, let's get out of here. If the brakes would release, that'd be fucking sweet. Thank you.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right. Packs off, spin 2. Oil pressure. It's 25. I got light off. Alright, start a cutout. And there's a rollback. Isolate, ventilate, and let's go spin one. Looking for oil pressure. Oil pressure. 25. Let off. Start a cutout. Roll back.
Please set parking brake.
Brake set, clear to disconnect. Thanks for the push. Have a nice day. All right, both engines are started. We're good to go. We're just waiting for them to lower us and get out of here. They're taking absolutely forever. Wish there's a way you could just turn this off.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
All right, there's the tow truck in the tow bar.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Looking for my wing walkers. I don't know where they went off to. All right, there's one wing walker over there. He looks so tiny. All right, there's our marshaller. She's got the pin. There's the wave. Thumbs up. Salute. Flash the taxi light at her. Thank you. All right. Tug tow bar, bypass, pin and communications bag are clear. APU off. Standing by flaps. Flaps 5. Control check. All right, before taxi checklist, electrical, generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice off, flight controls free, flight deck windows closed and locked, flaps, CDU 5, indicates 5, green light. Before taxi checklist complete, we are clear left, clear right, set dome light off, and let's get out of here. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and call them for taxi.
Southwest 2573, I have a number for you to call. Advise ready to copy.
Roger that. Southwest 2573.
All right, we're on Yankee. Let's go ahead and the end of the ramp is over here, so we'll call them for taxi at the end of the ramp. Lovely evening in Nashville. All right, let's go ahead and call for taxi.
Southwest 2573, ready to taxi to be active.
Southwest 2573, runway 20 center taxi via Yankee Tango 4, cross runway 13, continue taxi via Tango 4, Sierra 7.
Runway 20 center taxi via Yankee, Tango 4, cross runway 13, continue taxi via Tango 4, Sierra 7, Southwest 2573.
The good old Nashville taxi to 20 center. Tango 5, Sierra 7, crossing 3-1. Wouldn't be Nashville without the gigantic hole over here. All right, we're clear across 1331. Get the lights on. Clear left.
Approaching 3-1.
Clear on the right. It's so good, man.
Southwest 2573.
Now I will say,
Contact Nashville Tower 118.6.
this is not as good as Canyon Blue.
Tower 118.6,
Canyon Blue is
Southwest
peak.
2573, see you.
But like most things Southwest did, they killed all the good shit. Approaching departure runway. Before takeoff checklist, minimum takeoff fuel verified. Departure plan. Not required. Attend on notification. Complete electrical generators on. ADIS off. Text auto bleeds engine on. AP off. Start switches left. Continuous. AP off. Flaps. CDU 5. Indicates 5. Green light. Start levers. Idle. Recall. Check. Before takeoff checklist complete. Alright. Let's go and have him call tower and let's get out of here.
Southwest 2573, ready to go. Runway 20 center.
Southwest 2573, Nashville Tower, wind 19.
Approaching 20 center.
Cleared for takeoff.
Alright, we're clear to go.
Runway 20 center, air nav to Bubby. Cleared for takeoff. Southwest 2573.
Alright, runway 20 center is verified. Final is clear.
On runway 20 center.
Let's go fly him. Set takeoff thrust 94.5. It's 80 knots. One. Rotate. Landing gear up. Alright, the gear's up. Trying to climb out at 169. There we go. Set speed, flaps 1, climb thrust.
Southwest 2573, contact Nashville departure.
Contact Nashville departure, Southwest 2573. Nashville departure, Southwest 2573, 2,300 feet.
Southwest 2573, Nashville departure. Good afternoon. Radar contact. Climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet, Southwest 2573.
It's 14,000, flaps up. Alright, there we go. All the lights are off. We're climbing out at V2. We're climbing out at flap up maneuvering speed. We're going to fly that until about now. Go ahead and accelerate. Alright, coming through 55.99. We'll delete the D rate. Total air temperature plus 22. We don't need engine anti-ice right now. We're up to 14,000, so we'll just keep it going. Alright, we'll delete the D rate. There we go. D rate's coming out. Give me an issue about 280 knots at a waypoint. We'll fix that once we get to cruise. It's 10,000 feet. Accelerating now to 304 knots. Climb checklist. Pressurization. Checked. Start switches off. APU off. Climb checklist complete.
Southwest 2573, contact Memphis Center 125.85.
And we'll accelerate now to 304 knots.
573. Memphis Center, Southwest 2573. Good evening. You're 11,300 feet for 14,000 direct hello.
Getting a couple of bumps here, but nothing.
73 Memphis Center, good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 280.
All right, we're up to 280.
Climb and maintain flight level 280 Southwest 2573.
Let's go and get Command A on. All right, there's Command A. We're going to request some descent forecast winds. All right, let's check the weather again in St. Louis to see how we're doing here. Oh, weather's gotten way better. It was actually pretty, back when I was dispatching out the flight, we were low IFR. Wind now is calm, 10 miles, scattered 600, scattered 12, overcast 4,000. So, very good. Let's go ahead and load the descent forecast winds. Execute that. Coming up to 18,000. Let's set 2992 in the standby. It's 18,000 feet. Standard set.
November for 11 Hotel Charlie, contact Memphis Center 134.65.
Contact Memphis Center 134.65, November 411 Hotel Charlie.
And let's get 2992 in the standby. Perfect. I'm sure we'll get a direct here in a couple of minutes to Charlie Golf India. I just have a feeling we're going to get that. Try and make up some time here. We're supposed to be in at 0045. We're getting in at 0049, so we're only a couple of minutes behind schedule. We'll probably save a couple of minutes getting... Let's ask now. Southwest 2573, request direct to Charlie Golf India.
Southwest 2573, you have not yet been cleared for your descent, and Cape Girardeau is part of your star. Unable direct to Cape Girardeau at this time.
Well, I think we're going to go ahead and just go direct there now. Let me see what time. How much time do we save? Not much, and I'm not gonna upset them. Let's see. Slash 280. 250 slash. Let's see if that fixes it right there. I don't think it will, but we'll see. Nope, it did. Well, the weather's gotten a lot better in St. Louis. Like I said before, it was, when I was looking, just as I was loading up the flight, it was overcast at 400. So it's gotten a lot better. The TAF's not looking, nearly as bad. It was showing between pretty much now and 3A and next 3 hours, broken at 500 feet. But it's really not. It looks like it's gotten a lot better. But we'll see what we get when we get a little bit closer. All right, you know what? I really don't care. I'm going to upset that and go straight to Charlie Golf India. We need to save some time. All right, so we're direct to Charlie Golf India now. There's 27 for 28.
American 472, contact Memphis Center 126.75. Have a good one. Center on 126.75, American 472. Take care.
All right, there's 280. Let's see how the ride is going to be here. Wait a couple of minutes. I also did kind of forget to do... Let's look at Sky Path.
American 1212, contact Memphis Center 126.75.
Center on 126.75, American 1212.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a choppy ride the whole way around, which I'm not surprised by. So we're going to go ahead and keep the seatbelt sign on.
Southwest 2573, you're off course. Clear direct Hodge. Resume mode navigation.
Roger. Clear direct Hodge. Resume own navigation Southwest 2573.
Southwest 2573, contact Memphis Center 128.05.
Contact Memphis Center 128.05 Southwest 2573. Memphis Center Southwest 2573. Good evening. Flight level 280.
Southwest 2573, Memphis Center. Southwest 2573, contact Memphis Center 133.65.
Center on 133.65 Southwest 2573. Memphis Center Southwest 2573. Flight level 280.
Southwest 2573, Memphis Center.
All right. It's about time to descend here into St. Louis, so let's go ahead and brief that up real quick. So the approach, it's going to be the ILS runway 30 right approach. Localizer is going to be 111.3. All right, localizer 111.3. Set final approach course is going to be 303. Uh, 303 glide slope. ILSD is going to be 805. Let's go ahead and pull that in there. .805. The altimeter right now in St. Louis is 3001. All right, we're coming in 12.2. What we have on the gas. 12.2, runway 30 right, flap 30, and runway is showing 555. And let's see here, temperature 13. We're not going to need engine anti-ice. Let's go ahead and request the landing data. All right, there's the landing data here. 149, V target 54. We're going to need auto brakes, and we'll run auto brakes. I guess we're going to need to run auto brakes 3. We need a parked cool time at 26 minutes. We'll have that because we're going to be in St. Louis for about 50 minutes on the ground, so that's no issue there. Let's see here. We got all that set. That's looking good. 12.2 landing weight of 146.5. Max landing weight is no. You know what? That's going to be a problem. Our max landing weight's 46.3. All right, we're going to have to burn off a little bit of gas here, so we're going to need at least 12. Should not have taken that shortcut, because that kind of screwed me. We shouldn't have been that close, though. I only took 700 more pounds of fuel. So 46.3, that's going to be 26, but that's going to be right on 46.3, so I need 12 in the fuel here. So we'll just drop, well, honestly, I'll probably just drop the gear early and burn fuel that way. So that gives us 49 plus 5 of 54. Yeah, that shortcut shouldn't have taken off that much gas, but oh well, they're still using 12, so that's going to help. Expect push 3, runway 12 left southwest, 2573. All right, so 12 left from Royan. CGI, that should get us in now with 11.7. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed. All right, we got all that set to be LS 12 left approach. Localizer now is 108.9. Not at GSX. 108.9, final approach course is going to be 123. Right, 123 and 741 on the Barrow. That hurts. Right, 741, we got all that set. And let's see, 123. All right, let's run the numbers for 1-2 left. It's not going to change much, but we still need to do it anyways. All right, so it's going to be auto brakes 3. The approach brief. It's going to be boost 3 arrival from Cape Girardeau. From Cape Girardeau, it's going to be Delight 280 knots at or below flight level 310. That's Boosh 280 at or above 14,000. Cue ball OJ 280 knots between 15 and 11. Petits between 11 and 10. Chicken between 9 and 8. Letter 210 at between 8 and 7. Rip 210 at or above 5,000. J-Buck 210 at and maintain 5,000. Then the 302 heading with freight vector to the approach. Transition level is going to be 18,000 feet. All right, they want us at 280 knots. We'll accelerate there. Let's see. NOTAMs for there's really no adverse weather. There was some low clouds. Runways are wet, but that's about it. Runway 12 left, Viking 555, 100% wet. Approach and landing ILS runway 12 left. There's nothing for us. It's at a special airport. Flap 30 landing auto brakes are going to be 3. Landing runway 12 left will vacate on probably Echo 1. It'll be Echo 1 Hotel Delta. To the ramp. No hotspots or Livis taxi routes. We'll start the APU with the after landing procedure. We're going to Echo 10, which is kind of in the middle there. All right. Any questions? Send checks complete. Or approach briefing is complete. All right. We're clear to descend via lowest altitude. J-Buck at 5. All right, run our way down to 5.
Contact Kansas City Center 125.3, Southwest 2573. Take care. Kansas City Center, Southwest 2573, descending via Bush Tree, flight level 280.
Southwest 2573, Kansas City Center, copy.
Is that from C-Speed Vina Path? All right. All right, so we're on our way down to St. Louis. Seatbelt sign is on. We've been asked to maintain 280 knots on the descent. So that's what we are doing. All right, we're passing 24 here. Actually, I think I just saw some lightning over there. Some storms in the area, especially out further west. Oh yeah, I just saw some lightning there. Hopefully you guys are having a nice evening. I know I am. So we're descending via the Boosh 3. It's going to be the ILS runway 12 left approach. We got everything set. Localizer frequencies, all that good stuff is set. And we're going to Echo 10. Once we land on 12 left, we'll vacate at Echo 1 here. We'll take Echo 1 to Hotel and then Delta to the ramp.
Kansas City Center, expect Ryman Tree, runway 20 right. Expect Ryman Tree, runway 20 right, Southwest 4457.
We are on our way down. Current weather right now in St. Louis. We got calm winds, 10 miles, scattered 600, scattered 1200, overcast 4000, temperature 13.2.12, altimeter 3001. They're using 30 in the real world, but BeyondATC has 12 in use, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's see, calm winds, 10 miles. We're gonna just note this down on my pad here. Scattered 600. Please don't eat. Nice, make that so. Let's see, scattered 1200, overcast 4000. And 1312-3001. And they're using 12 left and 11.
Contact Memphis Center 133.65, Southwest 4457.
Really, the most important thing for the arrival here is because of how much fuel we're taking, our alternate is Nashville, and we have a full flight. Really, the most important thing is checking our arrival fuel here. It's 11.8 right now. If 12.0 puts us right at our maximum landing weight. So as long as we stay below 12, we'll be in good shape. And what we'll do probably, just to make sure, depending on where we are with fuel, if we're going to be close, I can always drop the gear or throw flaps a little bit early just to get some drag, just to force the airplane to use a little more thrust. And in turn use a little more gas, and we'll make sure we burn enough so we're not right, so we don't land above our maximum landing weight. All right, let's go check the wing view here. What a nice evening. Heading into St. Louis. Then once we land in St. Louis, this airplane we're continuing on. We're taking this airplane to Las Vegas to end the trip. It's our last day of the trip, day 4 of 4. It's been a lovely 4-day trip. Keep looking out to the left here. We're getting a nice little light show. A couple of thunderstorms in the area.
Southwest 3307, contact St. Louis approach 132.125. Contact St. Louis approach, Southwest 3307.
Got some coffee here. Some caffeine going. All right, we're through 18,000 feet. We got standard set or 3001 is set, and we'll go ahead and run the approach checks. Go and set 3001 here on the standby. All right, 3001 is set. All right, approach checklist. Approach checklist altimeters 3001 set. Packs are auto. Start switches left continuous. Approach checks complete. Hi, ma'am. Alright, it's getting kind of dark. I'm going to go ahead and lower the lights a little bit here. Shouldn't affect too much for you guys, because the cameras should be able to handle that. Keyword is should. Oh yeah, we're in good shape there. And our camera for the controls, still looking lovely. All right, coming through 11.8 for 5. And they want us to maintain, we've been given an ATC assigned speed of 280 knots. So we're going to keep that in once we get to 10,000. I don't know if they're going to slow us down, but right now they asked us to maintain, they've asked us to maintain 280 knots, and we're going to do it.
Southwest 2573 St. Louis approach. Altimeter 3001, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 12 left.
Altimeter 3001, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 12 left, Southwest 2573.
All right, it's going to be the ILS 12 left approach. We're good there. I'm happy with that. Coming through 10 for 5. Trying to see if we get any good lightning strikes. You can see further away from the city where actually there is some lightning out there.
Southwest 2216 St. Louis approach. Expect radar vectors. ILS runway 12 left. Expect radar vectors. ILS runway 12 left. Southwest 2216.
Yeah, so we're going to maintain 280 because they have not given us anything different than that.
Southwest 2216. Resume normal speed.
Let me check and see. We're going to take a look here. Got the traffic map up here for you guys.
2216. Increase speed 200 knots.
I'm going to see if there's other traffic here. Is that what is there anybody behind me? No, there's not. There's traffic in front of me. Alright, so we're going to go back. Let's start slowing back here. Even though you would not, if they've given you an airspeed, you wouldn't change your airspeed just because. But I really don't think they want us to maintain 280 knots. I mean, there's traffic in front of me here that's doing 272 across the ground. I'm doing 317. They don't want at a 40 knot overtake. That seems a little silly. So I think they still need to refine the speed just a little bit, but it's better than what it was, I'll tell you that.
Southwest 2216, maintain 180 knots. Maintain 180 knots, Southwest 2216.
The update to the weather, nope, still calm, 10 miles.
Southwest 3307, descend and maintain 3000.
We're going to be a little bit fast. We're not going to meet the 210 restriction, quite simply because they gave us, they haven't told us to slow down yet. So we were doing 280 knots all the way through. So we're not going to make those restrictions, but that's okay. I'm not going to start ripping the speed brake out because ATC wanted us faster. As long as we're on the vertical profile and we're slowing, that's all I care about.
Southwest 3307, descend, maintain 2500.
What's up, buddy?
Maintain 2500, Southwest 3307.
Heading into St. Louis, good sir.
Southwest 3307, 3 miles from Hicksob. Turn right, heading 095. Maintain 2,500 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared ILS runway 11. Turn right, heading 095, 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 11, Southwest 3307.
All right, we're coming back here. We're 7 down to 5. Again, speed's a little high, but that's only because we had an ATC assigned speed, so.
Contact St. Louis Tower 132.475. Contact Tower 132.475, Southwest 33.
All right, it's gonna be the. It didn't look earlier. It didn't look nice earlier today. What happened with you in St. Louis, Nate? Always have issues. Well, I'm excited to try out this version of St. Louis. This is version 4 for Flightsim 2024. So I'm excited to see what has changed. It was only €5, so I deemed it worth the update. And if it doesn't really change much, it's fine. It's $5. Oh, do they? I hope this plane doesn't break here, man. Next leg's go home leg. There's 6 for 5. You'll see there's traffic off our right that's arriving. There's other traffic just over the river. That's from Midway. They're coming into St. Louis, so see what we end up getting.
Leave J-Buck heading 310. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 12 left.
Leave J-Buck heading 310.
We'll go ahead. Instead of flying 310, I'm just going to fly present heading. We'll maintain 5,000. We're reducing all the way back to 210.
Southwest 2573, turn right, heading 310. Descend and maintain for 1,000 feet. Vectors for the approach.
All right, down to 4.
Turn right, heading 310. Descend and maintain for 1,000 feet, Southwest 2573.
A hung starting to late out 8 hours would make me. I would dislike the place quite a bit. Not gonna lie.
2573, turn right, heading 020. Descend and maintain 3,000.
Turn right, heading 02.
Well, they want me at 020 and down to 3,000.
2573.
I didn't get home until late. I'm gonna toy with it when I end up.
Turn right, heading 035, Southwest 2573.
Greep is 3,000. We're not really descending quite yet. How's our fuel doing? 12.1. We're gonna be fine.
Right, heading 045.
So I'm gonna try and get it all done today, Nate. But
Southwest 2573.
it's been I've just had a really long day today, and I haven't had a chance to play with it yet.
2573, turn right, heading 055.
Turn right heading 055, Southwest 2573.
All right, they want 050 right now. Looks like they're gonna try and get us in.
Turn right, heading 065.
They really need to chill out on
Heading 065,
how often they're throwing these vectors at us.
Southwest 2573.
Jesus
turn right,
Christ.
heading 080.
Yeah, they need to fucking chill out with that.
080, Southwest
But this is why you are an experimental build. There are bugs and you need to fix things, and that's why we test it.
Turn right, heading 090.
Turn right heading 090, Southwest 2573.
All right, there's 090 to turn intercept. Looks like we're going to be, I would assume, in front of this traffic off our left.
Southwest 2573, minimum approach speed.
We're doing it.
Approach speed, Southwest 2573.
Sorry, bud. We're doing it. Flaps 1.
Southwest 2573 for miles from Ferris. Fly present heading. Maintain 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 12 left.
Fly present heading 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 12 left, Southwest 2573.
Yeah, it'll be nice, man. I'm gonna try and get some done on the turn here. I don't know if I will. If not, it'll be this week. Flaps 5.
Southwest 2573. Contact St. Louis Tower 120.05.
Over to Tower 120.05, Southwest 2573. Take care.
All right, we're cleared the approach.
St. Louis Tower, Southwest 2573, ILS runway 12 left.
Southwest 2573. St. Louis Tower. Wind calm. Runway 12 left cleared to land.
Runway 12 left, clear to land, Southwest 2573.
All right, we're going in alt-acquire, waiting on the glide slope. There's the glide slope. Missed approach altitude of 3,000 is set. We're going home to Las Vegas. We're landing here in St. Louis and then going to Las Vegas. Last leg of the trip. Landing gear down, flaps 15. Flaps 30. Clear to land, all the lights around. Before land checklist. Speed brake armed, green light. Letting it down through green. Flap 30, green light. Landing checks complete. Yes, I don't know what I'm going to stream, but I will be on tomorrow. Not sure what, though. Might be the CRJ, it might be a 777, I'm not sure. I hate when they get lined up like that. Oh, and they should be on. That's better. That just looks nicer. Alright, autopilot disconnect. I've got control.
Southwest 2573. Resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, Southwest 2573.
Approaching 12 left.
Well, following this glide slope, I don't know about this, because the glide slope is telling me I'm getting high, but the PAPI is saying I'm low, so I'm going to follow the PAPI. I don't trust this glide slope all that much. I'd also like to turn the wipers off, but that's really not something I can do right now.
$100, $50, $30, $10.
This baby into the brakes. Wet runway, so we just want to get the airplane down and not hydroplaning. All right, auto brakes disarm. Make the
4,000 feet remaining.
All right, it's gonna be the right turn here on Hotel.
2573, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway, Southwest 2573.
There's traffic behind me, so I'm trying to keep the speed up just a little bit so he doesn't have to go around. Because he is right up my ass. Yep, he's right there. All right, flaps up.
Southwest 2573, contact ground 121.9er.
Ground 121.9.
Start the APU.
2573, take care.
That's good. St. Louis ground, Southwest 2573, request taxi to gate Echo 10. Sousters, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream.
Doesn't exist at Lambert St. Louis Airport. Please select another.
Oh, it fucking exists. I'm telling you it exists.
Request gate 10 Echo, Southwest 2573.
Approaching 30.
All right, we're going to hold short here at 30 left.
Gate 10 Echo taxi via hotel. Hold short runway 12 right.
Oh, what is this guy in front of me doing?
Echo via hotel, hold short runway 12 right, Southwest 2573.
Just make him go away. All right, let's get let's see if we get clearance across.
Holding short 12 right.
Southwest 2573, hold short of 12 right. I'll call you back.
Affirm.
All right, they want a short of wow. Okay.
Southwest 2216, gate 3 for Echo, taxi at pilot's discretion.
Gate 3 for Echo taxi at my discretion. Southwest 2216.
Let's see. I have a feeling whatever they did in version 1.8.0, man, it doesn't. Crossing runways and that shit has gotten broken like this. We never used to have that. And I don't know what they did with this new version to change that, but now they don't cross runways. I don't know if it's a AFCAD thing or what, but we have airplanes taxiing into us and shit, so I don't know what they changed. But I would say, shockingly, this is one of the first releases of a program update that I actually think is. I mean this in the nicest way, but I think it's kind of bad. It seems far more bugged out than other releases. Like, there's absolutely no reason to be holding short of that runway. Yeah.
Runway 12 right at Golf. Continue taxi via Hotel Charlie.
Cross runway 12 right at Golf. Continue taxi via Hotel Charlie, Southwest 2573.
All right, so it's a right turn here on Charlie, and then we are into the ramp here. We'll make the left here, and we'll take this into the ramp. We're going to Echo 10, which is somewhere over here. Let's get GSX, if GSX hasn't killed itself. Nope, it's supposed to be gates Echo 10. All right, APU is up on the buses. Let's go ahead and kill number 2. All right, shutting down number 2. All right, APU engine spooling down. Gate 10's right in front of us. Master caution elect. That's for the drive light for number 2. There it is. And there's 10. Taxi light off. see. Marshaller is basically inside the building. Let's see if we can actually get a good stop from him. I feel like I'm really close. Yeah, that's because I am really close. All right. Break set. Go ahead and kill number 1. Beacons off. Isolate, ventilate. That's good. Let's go ahead and put that on primary. Transponder off and zeros. All right, let's go ahead and call for deboarding. Well, for the like kind of weird kind of vector they gave us, constantly changing headings, I will say this right here, that vector to final in front of traffic, that's actually not bad at all. So I will say they did a better job. They need to quit giving me headings every 4 seconds in a turn. Just pick a heading and fly it. But I will say that was actually much better. That was a much better vector to final than I've gotten in the past, which is good. All right, parking checklist. Parking brake set, start levers cut off, fuel pumps. One on, window it off, probe heat, auto, any ice off, hydraulic pumps, electrics off, start switches off, oil quantity 91, hydraulic quantity 100. Radar, test, transponder, standby, and zeros. Parking checks are complete. Beautiful. We made it to St. Louis. I've also fried everybody on the ground by leaving the weather radar on. Oops. Let's make a note here. 03 0526. We're in St. Louis. We parked with 11, oh boy, 1138, 11.5, 11.610. 11,610 pounds of fuel. I had to do some math there. Oil is going to be 92.97. Perfect. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for leg 1. We're here in St. Louis. Next flight is out in about 50 minutes. We're heading over to Las Vegas. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. We will pick up the stream once again once... go ahead and kill all this. I'm going to go dispatch out the next flight and then get ready, and we will be streaming again in about 45 minutes. We're heading over to Las Vegas. So thanks so much for being here, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes. See you, gents.